See, I'm giving my own confession. Oh, we did it together. Oh, I was part of it. Oh, but I've confessed. Oh, I'm not doing it again. Oh, and God has forgiven me because He said, if you confess your sins, honestly, He's faithful and just to forgive you and cleanse you from all unrighteousness. He said, he that cover his sins will not prosper. So
this book, you also talk about the former governorship in Lagos State.
I just saw him.
Funshaw Williams. He said the day he died, he was still with Joshua.
He was with Joshua. We were there. We were with him at the presidential lodge. You know, immediately visitor come. Disciples, you know, chosen disciples, not all disciples, you know, will be the one that will stay with the visitors. They will be showing them videos and all that, so telling them this is what we have done, this is what we have done. So the visitors, you know, go to Ondo and ask Baba Akinyele.
Oh, yes. Just Akinyele. Yeah. I interviewed him one time and he told me, he said TB Joshua is a liar, and that was the interview. Baba Akinyele, I interviewed Akinyele myself.
There's one woman,
that's one of the reasons I said we have to interview you.
There's one woman who had baby with General Gowon.
Out of wedlock.
Out of wedlock. I think maybe they have met before the general got married. So Baba Akinyele brought that lady. The lady was working with Guinness. The lady would leave her office and stay in the synagogue. After a while, TB Joshua said he should be the PR, doing PR for synagogue. The woman was well educated.
Highly educated?
Highly educated. Oh. Not knowing that she was nursing breast cancer.
Jesus.
And that was how the woman died.
No healing, nothing?
No healing. No healing. No healing. So Baba Akinyele, you know, noted that. One day Baba Akinyele asked one Major General Akin something, to visit synagogue that he has discussed with TB Joshua. And because anytime visitor come, it's Bisola they will ask. Yeah. So I came out and he said, oh, Akinyele said, you know, I said, okay, fine, no problem, sir. I sat him down. Then I went in to tell TB Joshua that the man has come. So he asked Mrs. Adebayo and Yinka and Olaiton to go and check the extent of his blindness. So when they saw that the man was totally blind. So they now went back and say, we cannot arrange him. So he now said, I should tell the man that he's not around. Even when Ayefele came. So say, Yinke Ayefele.
It was search for healing too?
No, they did not allow him to enter. Because they can't, you know, he can't. There's no healing now. It's only patch, you know, or they perform magic.
So they bounce him at the gate.
Yeah, they bounce him at the gate. You know, Femi Tall was the one that is sent to him. So I told the man that he's not around. He said, you know, he called Baba Akinyele and said, what happened? The Baba said, don't worry, I will get in touch with him. And because if they call synagogue, boom, even if you call TB Joshua's number, he will not be the one that will take it directly. You know, the disciples will pick it first. So, you know, say, he's not around. Akunyili, he came with a problem.
With a cancer problem too?
With a cancer problem.
He couldn't heal her too?
I was the one that took her to that Agodo. That place,
the supposed divine river.
Say the divine river. I said I should lead her. So when I led her, Then later, TB Joshua met us and took us all inside a kind of canoe, And when we got to one point, himself entered into one room and came back again. So we paddled the flying boat to another place. Himself and the woman went in. Me, I was inside the canoe with Akewi, the one that was paddling. So after they finished, they came. The woman came like 3-4 times. And
there was no healing?
No healing. Yeah, you can see that she died now.
She died in 2014.
So that was what Baba Akinyele was saying. That why is it that all the people we brought there who have names, Abi,
yes,
that we can cross-check, say, okay, Kanu Wanko, go and...
Sonny Okosun to you.
Sonny Okosun.
What happened to Sonny Okosun really? Because he died, I saw him when he was traveling out, before he now finally died. He was looking so lean.
It was TB Joshua who asked him to come down from US.
When he was going to the treatment?
Can I put somebody on the phone?
No, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later.
We were in Surabaya, Indonesia. We were inside TB Joshua's bedroom, in his hotel. We went to get instructions. So while we were there, Brother Amos just ran out to pick up a call. I think he has called him before, and the person, called back. So after he has, he came back, he said, that's Sonny Okosun that is in US taking chemo. We say, wow. So then he called the man again, and the moment TB Joshua came out of the inner room, he gave it to him because we're in the parlor. So he gave it to him that this is Sonny Okosun is taking. Then TB Joshua took it and said, my friend, why don't you tell me you are going for treatment? You don't need to spend all that money. Healing, is available. I'm also in, I don't know what that one was saying. Maybe sorry, sir. Come and let us, settle this once and for all. He gave the phone back to Brother Amos. The next thing we saw, Sonny Okosun in synagogue. And when he got there, they said they must not bring him down. They must keep him inside that room called Presidential Lodge so that he can be watching TV. The man said, they are arranging, it's live program. They are arranging sick people. Let me join them. Say, no, he's coming to you specially. He's coming to you specially. At the end of the day, the man stayed from morning till night. So he said he wants to go, that he's not feeling well. So if you want to go, they say stay, he's still coming. They want him to wait till midnight and say, oh, man of God is so tired. He's even talking about you, don't worry, maybe tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. So the man said he wants to go and take his drugs. So that was how he went down. He said they still follow him. So as he was there, he was sending messages to Brother Amos. That see, I'm under duress in the synagogue, and without being, attended to.
And they didn't allow him to take his car.
They didn't. So he had to go on bike from Ikotun to Ogba. So that was how they have to fly him again. But it was too late.
He died. And Charlie Boy also came, but Charlie Boy was wiser. What happened?
Which day I saw Charlie Boy, I gave him my book. I said, come. He said, Bisola, Chebi, I dey tell una just fall for that scam. I said, just take this book, your story dey inside. He said, me too. I said, yes. Because, TB Joshua always wants anything that will bring, fame to him. You understand? These people, they took one lady to South Africa. Because she had cancer. TB Joshua said we should call them. Say, why didn't they bring her to? You can't do this thing. Why are you driving trouble to yourself? So those people say, oh, they apologize, At that time, Tunde was with Charlie. So he sent money to them.
Okay.
Yeah. these people, they want money, they want to use money to drag you. So he sent money to them. He said he contributes, but unfortunately the woman died. So is it not TB Joshua that usually say that in the spirit there's no he always use one word, that there's no limitation. Yes. So that even people can put their hand on TV.
Yes, and they get their healing.
Do they need to bring the person to synagogue?
No.
You should just say touch TV.
Yes.
Anyway, so when the woman died, so Charlie came to synagogue. Number one, at that time he was doing that is Charlie Boy
show with
so yeah. So TB Joshua complained that Charlie Boy money was too much, but because he needed that fame,
that
popularity, because he know that he's like, now I want to be famous. Where should I go? CNN, you know, you understand? You BBC, you pay, you know, Al Jazeera. So because at that time he was pushing himself. So he paid, and they came. They did that profile. At that time, Ovation 2 came. Yes. Dele Momodu, he paid the money, you know, and then Charlie Boy started coming. Okay. Because he said he should be coming. Yeah. So maybe it's money thing, I don't know. So one day Charlie Boy came with his wife and his children and grandchildren. There were many, because I had to reserve, you know, large space for them. So while they were there, I was called into his TB Joshua's office. He said, tell him, you know, before I come, you know, just tell him to say something, you know, so that the member will know that Charlie Boy is in the service. So I will just come. I will pray for him so that we can. See, I'm giving my own confession. Oh, we did it together. Oh, I was part of it. Oh, but I've confessed. Oh, I'm not doing it again. Oh, and God has forgiven me, because He said if you confess your sins, He honestly is faithful and just to forgive you and cleanse you from all unrighteousness. He said, he that cover his sins will not prosper. So when people are talking about prosperity, you don't measure prosperity of God with money or with fame or with what people has. No. Please go and read Ephesians 1:3. You will see prosperity. Anyway, he said, okay, then I said, Charlie, come and address the church now. We go just tell them. He said, I no get time. So he left what we were doing. Somebody else came to me, say Charlie has gone across the road smoking. You know, yeah, that's his, you know. So after the service, they met. It's like TB Joshua was not happy that he didn't do what he asked him to do, because he wanted to do something like Jim Iyke for him.
To make him fall.
To make him fall. To roll on the floor, and they will splash it on the news that, hey, Charlie Boy was delivered in the synagogue. But Charlie Boy didn't give him that opportunity. So
what have you done to him? What have you done to him? You're too small. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, he's too big. He's too big. He loves God too much. He's too wealthy. He's too big. If I let him go, where will I go? What do you want to do to him? Destroy him. I have to destroy him. It's God has kept my life. I've done everything. I've done everything to destroy him. He keeps blessing him. He's too stubborn. What are the things you think is pointing him? He will never get married. He will never get married. He will never get married. He can't love anybody. What have you done to his career? I've tried to destroy his career. He keeps rising. I can't breathe.
Essayer de détruire sa carrière.
I can't breathe.
Continue à progresser.
No. Listen. I can't let him go. He will never go. I will never ever let him go. Don't you understand? This one is the biggest of them all. This is God's glory. If I let him go, everything is gone. How are you?
I'm good.
So right now, I can't let him go. So right now, In the name of Jesus, you demon, it's time you go. Out! In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Out! Let me just go. Out! In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Come out!
Regarde votre écran, cher utilisateur de délivrance de ce jeune acteur de la cinématographie nigérienne.
Come back here.
At that point, truthfully, if they told me that there will be a cure in hell, I'll go. You're talking about your mother, you know. So I went. I remember I went there with my security, my sister, my PA, and when we got there was constant insistence. We were upstairs in one room. There was constant insistence that I'd come to church that day. And I said, well, that wasn't the arrangement. The understanding is that come do what you're... Because we kept my mom, we brought her by ambulance, we kept her in the hospital nearby. I said, the understanding is that you lay your hands on her and she'll, get better. But they said, no, you must come to church. Consequently, the argument won. My sisters forced me and I went to church downstairs. I was there, and when the whole thing about touching people and they would say stuff was happening, I found it a little laughable, seriously. I'm saying this on national TV, that people can confirm or not. And I remember my sister pinching me and telling me to stop. I said, come on, man, this charity, this is what we came here for. This no, let's move mommy out of here and keep looking for medical help. Then we're about to go to South Africa to this gentleman that was recommended to us, a specialist as well. The next thing, the gentleman in question passed, and I looked at him, I still had the same look of amusement on my face, and he touched me. Now, I can't explain what happened within that space of time. Within that 5 minutes where whatever it is happened. I'm not here to start preferring explanation to spiritual things that is way beyond me. I'm a man that understands how a lot of things work. That I cannot explain. And nobody can suggest anything otherwise. Because personally, I know what happened, to me. But within that time, lacks explanation. They said I said stuff, I did stuff. I found that extremely embarrassing at that time. But even further down the line, the reason I felt extremely bitter about it was, at the end of the day, my mom didn't get healed. I still lost her, So I carried that. When people were saying all kinds of stuff about it, some people even suggested that I got paid to come through that charity. I thought that was the highest level of insult. I didn't want to come out in public media and talk about the real reason I was there, because if they understood, they will understand that it's the love of a mother that drove me there. So it happened, and it took the birth of my son really to let that issue go. For a long time, I was very bitter about it. I carried that yoke in my heart, and I just felt. I'm so mad at this man and everything that happened that time. But the truth of the matter is that I was holding myself captive, not him. He had that kind of power over me. Every time I saw him, I would request that it gets switched off. But at the end of the day, when I had my son, one night I got up, looked at my son, and felt the enormity of the kind of love only a father can feel for him. And I said, listen, for the reason and the occasion of my son's birth, I have to let this go.
So there are a lot of them, even a lot of them that he said he deliver. Are we talking of Tonto Dike? Is she better than the past? So
they just lost a marriage.
They just lost a marriage. So
we learned that Kafi also came to dancer.
Kafi, Theo Iupa, one TV director brought Kafi. So when Kafi, see, this TB Joshua is very devious. Anytime he sees something in somebody, he wants to have that person very close to him and be using. I remember one time, Kafi, hold on. One time, there was service and one man ran out and held onto TB Joshua. He said, you are always using him in the spirit, that his body is not feeling well. Please leave him. This
the man ran to him, embarrassed him.
Do you know that somebody had to cut his hair? Somebody beat that man and remove his hair.
In the church?
In that shrine called synagogue.
It was a drama.
It was a drama.
Who called the hair? Is he a disciple?
It's one guy called Armstrong of Africa.
Okay, that's
wrestler.
Remove him from
remove him. The cut is here. So anyway, when it was during TB Joshua's birthday, so a lot of people, you always say, can't we invite a celebrity or this Nollywood? It's just using you guys. You better get sense. So if you want to mix with people, you should mix with people, godly people, not people that will be using you spiritually and however. Otherwise.
So Kafi didn't listen.
So Kafi came to dance. Okay. He didn't know TB Joshua Ukpa brought, her. So after the dance, after the everything, everybody will be paid money. 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. Even when the house fell, they took TB Joshua to court. Yeah. Some celebrities were rented. I'll give you a contact of somebody. The person called me and said every outing they go to carry placard and say leave TB Joshua alone, leave it. It's 200K.
Just like that.
Just like that. So I just don't want to mention that person. I didn't want to. Yeah. So then after they gave them, because everyone had to come to TB Joshua's office. So then TB Joshua called me and came in. Say this guy, what is she doing outside? Tell her to come and carry cross. So unfortunately for her, she had some challenges at the time. You know why people fall, why 95% of people fall prey into this is because they have issues, and so she said she's having some problem here and there. She needs support, so she will come, she will bring maybe taxi,
Uber.
Yeah, from Victoria Island. Sometimes she will say she pay 10,000 for the taxi. So we were telling her, say, why don't you say no? She has a lot of vision and things to do in life. She wants to train people. Say, leave them. We too. We were something outside there, before we came here. So just leave everything. But the lady refused. So because she refused, anytime she come, TB Joshua don't issue money for her. So she stopped coming. You understand?
You even said Chief, right? One year also came. We're rounding up now. Yeah. So why did that 1 year stop coming? He came once. They don't have champions.
He came twice. Okay. He came twice. He visited. He was in TB Joshua's office. I think he had no problem. Okay. So TB Joshua said he should come to the healing line. So the man was a little bit reluctant, but he went there. So after that healing line, the man never returned. But he sent his secretary with a check of either 400 or 500,000. 400,000, I received it. TB Joshua was so disappointed. He thought the man would give him like millions, the way possibly they have discussed. No, the way people have told him about the man that is so rich. And while they were in the office, TB Joshua was telling him all their needs, the problem of the church. So the man just gave him that 400,000 one-time thing and never came back again.
It was that the one Chief Mike Inegbese refused to follow.
That one refused. Mike Inegbese. He came like 2 times, and they say he had to go to the healing line, and the man said no, he doesn't want to be famed. And TB Joshua told us that don't mind him. He has problem of his manhood is not working. That's how he normally gossip people, no matter how big.